All your documents have expired for
Is everybody sitting in that chair? Right? Is everybody sitting in that chair? Yeah. Excuse me.
Richard?
Okay, Bill, you're on.
You know how to hold a baby? I'll give you some coaching.
Where are you going?
Boys and girls, enter and join us for a brief, preliminary, safe, non-surgical part of the ceremony. I promise that I will give everybody plenty of time to run away if that's what you have to do, but we do need proper attention at this point. Please. Thank you. Baruch haba ashrei tivacha u'zkarivishkan chetzirecha nispia b'tuv v'secha kadosh eichalecha. Baruch haba. And who will stand for Godfather? Take the baby, please, Godfather. Folks, come and join us. There's plenty of room up here. The good seats are empty. or are the good seats back there? I'm quite sure. Amar Kadosh Baruch Hu Avram Avinu Yisalech L'fanai Dehiyeh Samim V'yedavir Adonai Moshe Lemor Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aharon HaKohen Yeshivet Chamosim Ya B'nei Yisrael B'kano Es Kinasi B'Sarcham V'lechilisi Et B'nei Yisrael B'kinasi Lachein Amor Hinari Nosin Lo Es Barisi Shalom. Daddy.
Yes.
Take the baby, please, and you hand him to Sandvik. Can we bring a receiving blanket down over?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can we ask somebody back there to scoot
Sean,
up
can
and
you get a receiving blanket?
Grandfather? Do you want to do your thing? Okay.
I thought I'd like to say a few words because it's a proud day for me and it's an important day for me. So if I can beg your indulgence for a moment or two, I'd like to talk a little bit about this Brit Milah, the circumcision. The earliest that we know of circumcision, of course, was done with Abraham, where Abraham, at the time of the circumcision, his name was Abram, and following the circumcision, his name became Abraham. When it talks about it in the Torah, the preliminary sentence before it talks about that the person should be wholehearted. And I thought it was very interesting. The Rambam suggests that in being wholehearted, the only other place in the Torah where it talks about wholehearted, when it gives the prohibition against worshiping any other type of gods, because it's the most important things, not to follow sorcerers, astrologers, or anything, but the God who is one. The Rashi has a little more of an interesting flavor to his explanation when he talks of wholehearted. He talks about how this prepares him, the baby, to meet all the tasks of the world. Rabbi Bar Abba talks about gematria, and we've all had our dose of gematria in the past, and where every number, every word has a numerical value in the Torah. And the numerical value of Avram before the circumcision was 243. And this is 5 short of the Talmudic separations of the parts of the body. But following the circumcision, his name turned to Abraham. It added another letter to his name, and thus it added 5 more numerical points, bringing to 248, to the full complements of the body. And the explanation of the 5 being the 2 eyes, the 2 ears, and the heart. I mean, the mind. The 5 parts of the body that one has no control over the things. One can't control what they see, hear, or think. But following the circumcision, one has the power over those 5 extra parts of the body. The baby that we're naming today his name, which we'll officially announce later on, is named after my paternal uncle and my maternal grandfather. So Nancy and I feel very strongly that one of the most important things in life is loyalty to Judaism, loyalty to family, and loyalty to one's friends and society. It's a reoccurring theme for many of those people who have those associations with us. And it's not circumstantial that the name Lev has also a separate meaning in Hebrew of heart, where I believe loyalty remains. For us, it's a very special type of thing to share this birth in Phoenixville with so many friends. It was very special for us to have Dr. Gil Liss deliver the child for us. It was something that meant a lot to us, and it means a lot to us to have everyone here together today to share in this experience with us. The names, of course, the loyalty between brother and the loyalty to family is something that runs through to us. I thought I'd tell a short Hasidic story which relates to a Brit Milah, and believe me, there are very few of them. The story goes of Reb Mordechai of Lakovich, who was a Rebbe in a town of Lakovich. At the time, the Hasidim weren't very accepted. Of course, the Hasidim and the Misnagim were constantly arguing. The Hasidim believed that the only true way to get to God was through song, dance, and a good heart. And the Misnagim, of course, thought that the way to get to God was through the study of Torah, the law, and what have you. And of course, they didn't get along because they had divergent viewpoints. And in Judaism, everybody has an opinion, and those divergent viewpoints come together in usual arguments. One of the Rebbe's students had a child. And the proud young father, the first thing he wanted to do is he wanted to run to his Rebbe, who was an expert moil, to let him know that he wanted him to perform this honor for him. And of course, the Rebbe was very happy that he would be able to perform this this specific honor. Well, it just so happened that that young student's father-in-law was a dyed-in-the-wool misnagim. In other words, he didn't like the Rebbe very much. And when the morning came for the Brit Milah on the 8th day, the young father and the Rebbe got up and they went to shul and they raised their voices in song and dance to get ready for this special circumcision. Well, the father-in-law thought that he would get the jump on them. He hired another moil. He got 10 people for a minyan. They went over to the house, they went into the child, and they performed the circumcision. The Rebbe and the young father came home so happy from shul, ready to perform the Brit Milah. They come in, and of course, they see what's happened. Well, the father's upset, first of all, that he didn't have the opportunity to be there for this honor. And the second thing he was upset about is the Rebbe had not been able to have this honor for him. And as the Hasidim say, there are certain things that just can't be undone. And this was one of them. So the next thing that happened is there was nothing else to do except to go to the Rebbe's house and have a Sudas, Brit Milah, a festive meal after the Bris. And they went, and the Rebbe started to sing, and he started to sing louder and louder. And his students asked him, well, how come you're not upset because this honor was stolen from you? And the Rebbe says that the sages of old say that if one's intention in your heart is to perform the mitzvah, and for some reason you are kept from performing that mitzvah, you're accorded in God's eyes the equalness of as if you had done it yourself, because the sincerity is in your heart. The people today, Louis and Gladys, my parents, Mark and Phyllis, Nancy and I, today have come with intentions of heart to perform this. We obviously don't have the abilities to do it, nor could learn them in a short period of time, and we handle that over to our professional, Amoil, to perform that for us.
But I'm here as your surrogate, and it is as if you are doing it by designating me to do it.
Good.
Zeh kisei shel Eliyahu zechurato v'yeshuascha kivisi Adonai sibarti Adonai v'yeshuascha nitzavusecha sisi Eliyahu melech habrit harei shalach lefanecha mud ad yemini v'samchini sasanochi remasecha kamotzei shalal rav shalom rav le'ohavei sarasecha b'namam yichshal ashrei tivacha uzbari v'yishgan chetzirecha nisbi abetu v'secha kadosh heichalecha. Want to say hello to everybody? Good to see you, right? Oh, he's terribly excited about it. Now, the circumcision will take literally a matter of just a few seconds. Long seconds in parents' perception of that message, but seconds nonetheless. During that time, the baby's very likely to let us know that he's not real pleased about several things that are happening. He'll be lying on his back, he'll be wrapped so that he can't move freely, he'll be undiapered. All of that is unpopular, and the likelihood is that he will cry. Try to keep in mind, though, that he's also going to be sprayed with a topical anesthetic spray that will numb him once it's on, but it's cold initially. So the combination of all that stuff will cause him to cry. But the baby will end up the only person in the room with no specific localized awareness of the fact that he's being circumcised, so he'll be okay. It's the grown-ups we're concerned about. If you don't want to watch closely, you don't have to. If you wander off and hear him cry, understand that he'll be okay. Since the baby does not have any control over today's activity and might be very unhappy if there is a pictorial or a videotape record of his lying exposed on the table available to us 20 years from now, let there please be no such activity until further notice.
Is it going to wake up
You gotta have faith. Okay, it's all safe and covered. It's time to regroup and be present for the baby's name being pronounced for the first time officially. Daddy and Mommy repeat together. Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Eloheinu melech haolam.
Eloheinu melech haolam.
Asher.
Kiddishanu.
B'mitzvotav.
Mitzvotav.
V'tzivanu.
Lahachniso.
Lahachniso. Bivrito.
Bivito.
Shel Abraham.
Shel Abraham.
Avinu. Blessed art thou,
Blessed art thou,
O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who sanctified us by thy commandment to enter our Son into the covenant of Abraham. Shem Shem Nas the Brit Kene Kanes Torah Lechupa L'Mas.
Amen.
It's not what you want at all.
He'll settle.
Am I?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafel.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam asher kidesh beten v'chol asher b'som sov v'tabeot brit kodesh al kein b'scha zot el chechechen zoren savel hatili l'charen shemashachat l'man brito asher sam b'senu baruch atah Adonai korei tabrit. Eloheinu v'lei avatonu kayemet hayel hadzel aviv l'imo v'yikora b'shmo b'Yisrael Jonah Lev ben Shnei Lezer v'Shena ישמח האב, יוצא חלציו ותגל עמו בפרי ותנק, הכתוב וישמח אביך וימך, ותגל ילדיך ונמה ומלאך וימך ומתרסף ומדייך ומלוך ודמייך חיי, ומלוך ודמייך חיי. ונמה זכור ליולם בריתו דוד, ציווה לאלף נוח, שקראת את אברהם שבועות על יצחק, ומדיה ליעקב ולכל ישראל ברית עולם, ונאמר ויאמר אברהם את יצחק בנו בן שמונת ימים כאשר ציווה אותו אלוהים.
הודו לאדוני כי טוב כי לעולם חסדו.
הודו לאדוני כי טוב כי לעולם חסדו. זה הקטון יונה לב בן שניה לזר ושנה. גדול יהיה כשם שנכנס לברית כן יכנס לתורה לחופה ולמעשים טובים. We praise thee, O Lord our God, in this hour in which a newborn son has been brought into the covenant of Abraham. May this covenant be fulfilled in him by devotion to thy law of truth and righteousness, by a marriage worthy of thy blessing, and by a life enriched with good deeds. Be thou, O God, with this child, let him be known in Israel by the name of Jonah Lev ben Shnei Lezer v'Shena, Jonah Lev Etta, son of Scott and Nancy Etta. Do thou, O God, guard and guide him. May he grow in health and strength, with clean heart and upright spirit. May his dear ones ever rejoice in him, and may his life bring blessings to manifold, to his parents, to his grandparents, to all the house of Israel, and to all mankind.
Amen.
Amen. Daddy. Okay, now you are official. Terrific. Speak Hebrew, George.